Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm from Ukraine, and I vlog daily to keep you updated on the real-life situation in my country during this awful war with Russia. We have to win this war, and I want you to see every step on the way to this victory. And also I'm very grateful for the support that you provide to my country and my people. Actually, this is what helps us stay strong, stay brave, and keep fighting against our common enemy. And today I want to speak about one of the topics that I have never touched in my videos, and that is war fatigue. I know that in many news and in many discussions, especially outside Ukraine, people often mention war fatigue. That it is really difficult to keep focused on something that is going on far away from your home, to feel compassion, to feel that level of anxiety that we do, and that it is pretty normal that after 10 months, 300 plus days after the start of this full-scale invasion of Russia into Ukraine, people can get tired. Plus, everybody has their own life, and like prices, like problems. Life is life, you know. And I remember, like, you don't always need to have war to feel bad. There are other things inside you or outside you that can cause lots of problems, personal tragedies, doubts, I don't know, whatever. And war is just something more global that is with you, especially if you live or you belong to a country that suffers from it. But I am very surprised with the support that we receive and the understanding. These are the elements that helped us survive, that keep us strong, and that will lead to our victory. Ukrainians, from time to time, I don't know, can we say that we feel war fatigue? Of course, you are very tired. Of course, I did not imagine that like Christmas and New Year will come in Ukraine while it is torn and violently beaten by orcs. I could not imagine so many things that changed in my life during these 10 months. You cannot even imagine how my personality changed. And also that there are many things that we will accept. I'm saying adapt, and it's a better version, more optimistic version. But there are lots of things that you don't want to adapt to, but you have to accept because like there is no other way. You accept blackouts. You accept it can be dangerous. You accept that you're not going to travel to a place you want. You accept that you cannot do something, buy something, because like you don't know what tomorrow brings. Of course, you feel tired, exhausted. I think we cannot even measure the level of our exhaustion. Like you don't understand it because it's like in any serious battle, you have so much adrenaline. You have to be strong, and your body, your spirit, they help you stand. So perhaps this is something that we go through. Plus, you cannot feel tired, you cannot give up, because if you give up, it automatically means you disappear. When you fight the most important battle of your life, you cannot like stop, because this means death, this means disappearing, this means the victory of evil in our case too. That's why we're not tired, despite the fact there are so many things that are unbearable. Inability to live normal life, people who die daily, country that was once very beautiful and now in many places looks like a burned out land. Dreams that cannot be fulfilled, plans that ruin lives that were separated and changed. There are many examples, and it's really difficult. And I think like sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I feel that I am disappointed. Like the very first feeling that you get is disappointment, that you are back to your reality. That is a bad feeling, and we have to fight it. And I'm doing it. But one of those things that helped me realize how important this war is like an ability to imagine, and imagine just for a second that Ukraine would have given up during that blitzkrieg, that Putin would have taken Kyiv in 3 days and reached the borders of the European Union in a week. That Ukraine is under Russia today, united with Belarus. And here we have this huge monster, very aggressive and very alive, very close to your countries. I know many people doubt that Putin would continue, would capture Poland or Latvia or Estonia or other countries, but he would definitely do that. I also doubted he will start a full-scale war in the center of Europe in the 21st century, trying to attack the largest country of Europe that demonstrated its strength and bravery during its 30 years of modern independence. It was totally logical. He loses this war, but he started because he's a crazy, aggressive, authoritarian monster. So if he had captured us back in February or in March, he would have continued to many of your countries. And I'm not trying to use it as a fear or to cause anxiety in you. I just want to explain that we don't have other choice than fight Putin and Russia. And that it is our obligation to protect planet from similar regimes. We all know the tragedy of the Second World War, the evil of the Hitler's regime. And we face just the same with the communist totalitarian regime that continued in modern criminal authoritarian Putin's regime. And it is not a choice whether you're active or passive, political or apolitical. Do you want to continue fighting or are you tired? It is about the existence of the normal democratic world and freedom, because if it loses here in Ukraine, it loses everywhere. It's a precedent, or how do you call it? Evil powers, and there are many strong dark empires that disrespect human life and human rights will see that, well, it's possible. Russia did it. Why can't we repeat it in our zones of influence? I honestly hate this phrase, what kind of zone of influence is that? This comes from criminal world, from the world of bullying, or where from? The world of slavery, colonial past, I don't know. So it is extremely important not to get tired, because that's what they expect. They cannot expect something good. Russia expects that they will find some buttons that they can push. They continue blackmailing the world with their nuclear threats. They wait that people will get tired with some prices rising, or that Ukrainians will get tired with this darkness around and cold around, and that some moment will come when something will go wrong and they will be able to get back to their evil plan, conquering more and more territories. In Putin's head, his empire, the idea of Soviet Union or whatever they will choose to call it, does not end on the territory of Ukraine. It's not like sacrificing Ukraine, the world can solve a problem. I know, especially at the beginning of this war, and now when so many people can get tired, the way ideas how long will you fight? Why don't you accept? Russians are your brothers. No, brothers don't come to kill you. Brothers don't do things they did in Mariupol, in Bucha, in Kherson, in Bakhmut. Brothers do not disrespect you, do not want to erase your language, your culture, whatever. They are not brothers to anyone. They are evil creatures. And even if you choose, as the plan was, to sacrifice us, of course nothing good starts with a sacrifice, but even if you choose that, he will continue, because he has his picture of the world. He has his own version of global history, where there are so many countries that belonged to the Eastern Pact, for example, and it includes Hungary, Czech Republic, part of Germany, They also know many problems in other countries. They don't take much care about the problems inside Russia. They don't try to solve them, but they pretty well know the symptoms and diagnoses in other countries. It's normal. Every democracy has its problems, but they know how to shake it all. They know how to cause conflicts. They know how to finance people that can be used. And that is really poisonous, and that is really dangerous. That's why war fatigue is not an option. Like, you can get tired of some minor things. If you're tired, I don't know, of giving money, start talking. If you're tired of talking, start giving money, but choose another option. But don't you get tired. I promise I won't. Because, like, it's not the choice about, I don't know, tastier food or something that you can sacrifice. It's a choice. It's an existential choice. And here in Ukraine, we're trying to stop a global evil. Of course, it is our problem, first of all, but it is a global problem because Russia is a global danger. And in their daily actions, they demonstrate this disrespect, this hatred to your countries too. That's why we cannot close our eyes and we cannot say that, okay, we are tired. Let it finish the way the monster wants. No, because then it will be just the beginning of something really bad. But I believe, and this 300 days of war demonstrate that we are united and that we are winning. It is just our task to continue being strong and to bring victory the sooner the better. Because with each day we lose people, we lose strands, and we can face more and more problems. With something bad and dangerous, you have to be careful and you try to finish it the sooner the better. So let's stay strong and united. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, because I believe the world needs to know more about Ukraine and our situation inside as this war continues. I'm very grateful for the coffees that you buy and for the fact that you become my patrons and support our projects. One of the stories that was supported by you is the story of Ukrainian Christmas traditions, and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow you will see 2 episodes. Of course, they don't cover everything. It is just the top of the iceberg, but let me know if you like it. This year I will celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December together with the rest of the world. So will many Ukrainians. And hopefully soon we will all switch to Gregorian calendar. If you don't know what that is, tomorrow you will find out in our video. Thank you once again for your support, for your love and attention to Ukraine. And Slava Ukraini!